Hello, welcome. It's Milan with tuningintothe1.com. And today we want to cover something that's near and dear to a lot of our hearts. I often get asked by women clients, especially women clients, about when we're getting into a little bit of a challenge or a conflict, or there's something we want to bring up with our partners. How do we do that in a way that doesn't incorporate shame, blame, criticism, judgment, yet we have this earnest sense of there's something to talk about here? Well, the number one thing that I always bring up is your side of the street clean? When we're looking at issues and challenges, remember, conflict does help us in a way in terms of helping to build character, challenging our character, challenging our qualities. Sometimes we'll press up against things. In fact, oftentimes the significant others, the partners and the soulmates in our lives are there to help trigger some of our stuff. And when that happens, we can sometimes feel blindsided, or like the rug is getting pulled from underneath us, or oh my God. Now, first and foremost, if the situation is abusive, then get out. If you have to call a doctor, a lawyer, or the police, get out. This is not for those situations where there is obvious abuse taking place. But if we're in a place that's not exactly in alignment and we're having a discussion, we want to get clear. Is our side of the street clean? So when we're going at this, we really want to be able to say, hey, look, I've looked introspectively and thoughtfully about my part in this. And I know based on that, that I'm looking at something here that's a experience, or that's a behavior, and I'm pretty clear and clean on my side of the street. So can we please talk about this? And remember, the 5-phrase speak your piece and keep the peace template is a perfect script for you to be able to use here. So we're not going to revisit that, but that's an important piece. So look at the video on using the 5-phrase script on how to speak your piece and keep the peace at the same time. When we're looking at issues on whether our side of the street is clean, when we want to bring up a behavior or a situation or an experience, and we want to discuss it in genuine terms, and we want to come from a place of something other than blame, shame, criticism, judgment, and name calling. So when you're looking at your side, when you're looking at you and your inner game, you want to ask yourself, what are the behaviors, the habits, the barriers and the actions that have been stopping you? Like, where are the places that really trigger you? That's the key. The trigger is the key. When you're looking at these pieces, your place, what are the desires or the expectations you have around this? And where are the patterns? Where can you find the pain, and where's the gain? Where's the stuff that really hurts? Because oftentimes, again, pain and conflict challenges our character. It can help to build and grow our character. On the other side of this, clarity. Clarity is so important because it helps to build our confidence. And in order to have that clarity, we really want to look at our side of the street. So look at the conditions, look at the situations, look at the external factors, and look at the different steps that are going on here. Where are the hurts and the wounds for you? Where have you been wronged? Are these really deal breakers that somebody else's behavior is creating, or are these internal triggers that are setting things off for you that bring up emotions from the past? If they're triggers that bring up emotions from the past, then we want to look at the patterns. We want to look at the patterns that help to reveal where our pain and suffering is, so we can get that clarity. Because that clarity of knowing that your side of the street is clean, that you've done everything on your end to build up those thoughts, to have those words, to have those actions and habits that are helping to bring about what you really do want. So when you get triggered, when you're looking at your pain, when you're looking at the places that you've been wounded or hurt or wronged, then ask yourself, what's the opposite of this that I really want? Because that's where we want to focus the healing, the closure, the idea that your side of the street is clean. Ultimately, we want to really be able to use the 5-phrase script to speak our piece and keep our peace, to communicate what it is that we want and what it is that we don't want. We want to do it mindfully. We want to do it in a way that acknowledges the other person for where they're at and lets them know what we want and what we don't want. And then we want to get an agreement frame that says we're willing to move forward with this. So remember, get clear on your past and the obstacles to love. Those obstacles can be in the form of amazing pieces that bring about a sense of amazing, amazing, amazing love. So when you're speaking from that place of truth, all of a sudden you'll find yourself with love hopping right into your arms. And when you do, you'll be able to know that your side of the street is clean. When you know your side of the street is clean, when you have that clarity, when you're able to really move powerfully forward and say from a heartfelt center, hey, there's something going on here. Thank you so much for your communication. I appreciate and respect where you're coming from. I don't want to experience this anymore. Instead, what I want is, will you work with me? Will you agree that we can move forward with this? Then you'll take that conflict, you'll take that challenge, you'll take that moment where the pain and the suffering has brought you an amazing level of motivation and clarity on who you are, what you're about, and how your side of the street is clean. When your side of the street is clear and clean, then you can move forward with a very, very straightforward, clear communication, effective communication that will build your sense of confidence. Remember, conflict can build character. Clarity builds confidence. Get that clarity about yourself, about who you are and what you want. And then you can move powerfully forward, because no matter what distracts you and what obstacles can happen in terms of what's going on, it's all about love. Love yourself, love the process, and bring yourself to a place of clarity. Take that challenge, take that conflict that's helping to help you get in touch with the character that you are, the traits, the qualities that you want, and then effectively communicate them to someone that you're dating, relating, and looking forward to mating. So until the next time, this is Milan wishing you amazing dating success and relationship mastery. And as always, click the link on the screen and join us in our private Facebook group where you can get your questions answered in a very safe environment, a closed group where you know that you will get the safety and the sense of privacy or privacy that you want. This is Milan signing off. Bye for now.